Welcome! You're with Manxogynist and you're watching my YouTube video and another video, and I'm going to be discussing a rather interesting topic, and it seems to have come about quite recently. And you see it floating around on Twitter, and I'm going to talk about Bloodsports and what I think, how my opinions on the community now compared to when I began. I feel like there's a lot of issues that need to be discussed and something nobody's talking about. To begin, this will relate back to Bloodsports and it's part of the problems, but this is just going to be one whole linked video with linking all the topics together, I promise. The problem with this community, and I'm talking about the anti-feminist, the Gamergate, the Comicsgate community, is that I feel like we've become our own worst enemy. And I feel like we've become worse since 2017's VidCon. I say this because we all claim to support men's rights, and we all wanted to come together because we hated what political correctness was doing to the hobbies we all love. And everybody here is all watching this video is all different. We all have different interests. I'm part of different communities, and I've seen political correctness hit a lot of communities. But the thing is, and once upon a time when I started in 2014 and I became a bigger voice on Twitter, we were a diverse community. And I don't mean diverse in just race and gender. I mean we were diverse in careers, personalities, hobbies, interests, expertise, experiences, age. We have an achievement as well. We were all different and we all came together because we all wanted to defend our hobbies and do what was right. We wanted ethics in journalism. We wanted creative freedom. We wanted artists to not have their hands tied behind their back. We also cared about men's rights and actual real women's rights in other countries and third worlds and stuff. You know, we all had really sincere, honest values. And we've always stuck by these values. We've defended these values. We've had journalists like Milo Yiannopoulos and Laura Sullivan go to bat for us geeks. And we were this big community that despite what the media portrayed us, we were diverse. There was nothing changing that. There was nothing changing how sincere and honest the community was. We were just geeks doing what we should be doing, and that's defending what we love. And we have every right to do so. And I'm not questioning that. But for some reason, it's just, we've gone from this honourable, respectable YouTube community of just average people from different backgrounds of diverse hobbies, just talking and chilling out and having a laugh and defending their hobbies, to being about money, to being about politics, to being about slutting yourself out on social media. And this is where Bloodsports comes into it. Yeah, it's fun and enjoyable to see a couple of people just take their frustrations out on each other, and how we've had that since the beginning, since we've all banded together to fight for a common cause. There is not a stream out there that hasn't had a form of Bloodsports. But the thing is that there's a trend now where people are using Bloodsports not for discussion, not for actual commentary, and for bringing people together. They're using it as an excuse to raise revenue and to make money. And they're using it as an excuse to get people to say and do things that they normally wouldn't say or do, and then using that against people. You know? And it's gotten, and it's not just the Bloodsports, it's also after VidCon last year. I've seen big YouTubers and some medium-sized YouTubers absolutely tear each other apart and pull each other down, accuse each other. The people that I expected to have better morals have turned out to be the worst and the most hypocritical. And I'm ashamed of that. You know, I am part of this community and I am calling us out. We need to get our act together. We tell SJWs and feminists that they should call their own out. Well, I'm calling my own out. I think Andy Warski needs to pull his head together. I think he needs to get his arrogant autistic ass out of his own friggin' backside and actually wake up to himself. Sean Head needs to stop being hypocritical. She literally blocked somebody on Twitter for a fair criticism. And she has the hide to go around and tell feminists that they should be able to be big enough and old enough to take criticism on the internet. You know, this is ridiculous. We're a community that was supposed to have values and ethics, and we preach that all the time. You know, that was basically what we were. And I'm seeing all these people freaking tear each other apart and lie about each other and use streams to throw eggs on each other. And then they use Bloodsports as an excuse to do it. All Bloodsports is that I've seen so far is an excuse to not only tear each other down and tear apart the community and cause drama where there shouldn't be drama, but it's also used to basically provoke people, push them into a corner where they basically get entrapped. Bloodsports is entrapment. You're pushing people and pressurizing people into positions where they try to be humorous and they try to be fair and chill, and then you're taking what they say not as humor but as a real thing, and then using it to falsely accuse people. And yes, I am talking about the Honey Badger incident. I have and always will stand by Honey Badger's radio. And I don't care what that does to my reputation. I think what that stupid Bloodsports stream did is fucking horrendous. And I honestly think the people who actually were involved in putting Allison and the rest of the Honey Badgers in that position are really fucking pathetically autistic. I have autism, and I'm going to use that as an insult. Because we were never fucking like this in 2014. We were never like this in 2015. We were not this bad. We were not so fucking pathetic and desperate for money and clicks that we would literally put each other into an internet arena and then use whatever is said in that Bloodsports as leverage to attack somebody else outside of the Bloodsports. That's fucking horrendous. Yes, Bloodsports comes with a price. Yes, people should know what they're getting into. But Bloodsports is an arena, an internet arena of debate and discussion. Whatever is said in that arena, given the type of environment it is in, it should be taken with a grain of salt by the audience and by the friggin' hosts of the program, and it shouldn't be used to garner and collect a whole heap of drama and bullshit and gossip to throw around on Twitter or any other social media. You should all be ashamed of yourselves. Yeah, if you're into Bloodsports and you sincerely do it just because you want to get people to argue with each other and get things off their chest, well, that's fine. But there are a bunch of freaking money whores on YouTube using our community, using each other to generate income. They're using other people's misery and bullshit and drama just so they can make a buck off of us. And that's ridiculous. Ever since VidCon, we've, as a community, have been going downhill, and we've been treating each other like shit. You know, and a lot of the people treating other people like shit are really immature and really need to grow up. Because at the end of the day, we have to be the bigger people. And if we keep tearing each other apart and treating our community like shit, feminists are just going to walk all over us. Because they could see the hypocrisy, they could see our flaws, they can see all the cracks that make up what we stand for. And while ever you're treating each other like shit, while ever you're generating bullshit and drama for no fucking reason, and while you attack each other and block each other and absolutely treat each other like shit, you're just giving feminists and political correctness more leverage as to why we should be banned, as to why we should be not listened to. Because they're going to take what we do to each other and go, oh, this is an example of Gamergate, this is Gamergate, well, this is Comicsgate, this is anti-feminism. They're a bunch of hypocrites. Do you want that? Do you honestly want feminists to do that to us? Because they will grow a brain one day and they will play dirty. My word, they will play dirty. They will take what you do online and to each other and use it against you. So, my advice for those people participating in this drama and fucking treating each other like shit and turning on each other, my advice to you guys, put your heads together. We are not in high school anymore. You know, we're fucking adults. Start acting like it. And if you don't want to be called a money slut or a money whore, maybe get your principles and your ethics together and actually do some introspection and fucking realize and work out for yourselves what the fuck are you doing. Because I think this community really needs to look in the mirror and realize that we need to get back on the track. We need to get back on track into helping men. We need to get back on the track to actually helping other women. And we need to get back on track to actually doing something for the community. Otherwise, we're nothing better. We're no better than the virtue signalers that we call out every day on social media. We are nothing better than that. Because we need to be doing fundraisers. We need to be out on the front lines, putting our words where our mouths are. And if you don't have the money to contribute, or the resources to contribute, at least create ideas. At least rally people up together. Do live streams, if you have to. If you cannot donate something to a men's shed, or donate money to a charity, at the fucking least, retweet the charities, retweet the events, retweet fundraisers, raise awareness. There's a men's charity in the UK that's especially for domestic violence victims, male victims, and they have posted constantly on Twitter that they are being bled dry. They have no money. They cannot assist victims. Where the fuck is Shoe on Head, Andy Warski, and all these other fucking YouTubers? Where are they putting money towards it? Where are they raising awareness? They claim that they want to call out feminists and feminist hypocrisy for not doing anything for men. But where is they? They're not doing shit. None of them are. And it's about fucking time we did. Wake up to yourselves and relearn what your priorities are. Otherwise, this fucking community can forget itself. That's the end of this video, and I hope you guys all learned something. Good evening, and good night.